Hey, y'all. Dr. J here. Reading an article about quiet quitting and the challenges that organizations face with employees doing the bare minimum just to survive and not get fired. And honestly, that's an environment that exists in many orgs because orgs haven't done the work to really create the right environment for their employees. I'm not going to get into the compensation inequality, which so many of these articles focus on, because here's the thing. Money is not a motivator. It is a demotivator. And so you should always, look for the things that take away from satisfaction. But money isn't a motivator. Many things are. And first and foremost, a massive study was done by Google and then Gallup as well that showed psychological safety being the primary driver of performance. And there's many other variables. But so the first thing I want to say is you need to have an internal communication strategy. Your employees need to feel heard, right? They need to have a voice. If you want them to care about their performance, give them a voice in it. Or you're just going to get a bunch of automatons that are just going to do the bare minimum and just go to work versus thriving, right? So you got to give them a voice. You have to have an internal communication strategy. Number two, you got to give them a growth path. If you want employees to really own their performance, make that performance lead somewhere, all right? So you've got to give your people a performance path, a growth path. And then number three, you have to have true meaningful recognition, right? You've got to have meaningful recognition strategy. And I want to lean in on the word strategy here because so many people just think that throwing money in trips is a recognition strategy, and it's not. A recognition strategy looks across the entire organization, not just your salespeople, everybody. What are you doing to recognize your great accountants? Your programmers, your HR people, your admin support, right? What are you doing to recognize their performance? If you want the entire org to rock as a team, recognize them as a team and treat them as such and create a recognition strategy, all right? If you want to avoid quiet quitting, create an internal communication strategy. Create growth paths for your employees and build a true recognition strategy that lifts people up inside, all right? Do these things and you can avoid the quiet quitting. That is just taking money out of your books. All right, y'all. I wish y'all the best of luck today. Peace to you.